Alright, got the Dodge all strapped down, got the 6.9 running. Um, yeah, now time to head back to the house. It's about 10 o'clock now, so this definitely took a lot longer than I thought it was, but I mean, stuff happens, you know. Alright, take it nice and easy on the old girl. The actual first heavy load I've towed with this truck. The skid steer was the heaviest load, but this definitely tops it. I think this truck probably weighs almost 9,000. But it's pulling it pretty good. For a non-turbo truck, it's not doing too bad. Granted, I don't really have much power to pull, but that's fine. We'll get there someday. Alright, so I went ahead and took back the trailer because I have no way of getting the white Dodge home. And I just got home in the nick of time as it just started pouring rain. So I'm sure the job site here is going to turn into a mud pit. But you look over there, we got some dough hanging out, so that's kind of cool. But I would really like to clean this thing off, so I might pull it outside. Um, Maybe let the rain clean it, or maybe move it where the bullnose is sitting and just spray it off with the power washer, and then worry about cleaning up the mud later. So that's kind of the scope of what's going on right now. I'd like to get this thing cleaned up and just see kind of how it really looks. I mean, if you look at it, it looks pretty rust free. I can still see the rocker panels and the cab corners intact. You don't have to worry about the bed sides because that's all fiberglass, but you know, sometimes they get hit and people tear them up. But it looks to be a pretty nice shape, honestly. I mean, just needs some front end cosmetic work, which I think the other Dodge will probably just take parts off of it and slap it on here. Um, but yeah, even the antenna's broke. Look at that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move that, set it outside, and pull this guy up so we can get it sprayed off, because that's always the first step I like to do whenever I get a vehicle. Clean it up. Let this thing set outside and get a little free wash. Alright, do a little startup of it. It doesn't like to start too easy, but it does fire up, so. But this one is P-pumped too, which is nice. So it's P-pumped and it's intercooled, which is really good. I think 91 is when they introduced intercool on the 12 valves, so. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. There we go. Oh yeah, get a nice interior view. She's a little smoky, but it did fire up. Sadly, I knocked over my pile here, but it's alright. Not a big deal. But yeah, it came with a nice hitch. He hasn't asked for it back, so I don't know if I should take it back to him or just keep it, but I figured if he wanted it, it probably wouldn't have sat in the hitch of the truck for, you know, 11 plus years, however long it's been sitting. But yeah, that don't look too good. It looks like that fan is smacking the radiator, so that's great. All right, let's go ahead and move this thing forward a little bit. I can just tell this thing needs a lot of front end work. It is super loose, and the windshield wipers are stuck on. That's great. Okay, well, that's fine. It's whatever. Alright, well, I got this thing sprayed off, and it ain't too bad. I mean, the paint's kind of faded, but what do you expect? I'm sure it's been just sitting in the sun for non-stop. Could definitely need some new tires. Yeah, this is probably a big financial mistake. I mean, look at the dang thing. The windshield wipers are stuck on and the truck's off. I promise you I did not leave them on. But tailgate don't look too bad. Rear bumper got some rust, but it's not bad. Got some nice mud flaps. I like those. Got a aftermarket replacement fender, I'm guessing. The motor looks really nice, actually. I mean, he painted the valve covers and the cold side boost pipe, so that looks pretty good. I wonder if the turbo's done too. Oh yeah, look at that. The turbo's red and the oil filter is red too. That's kind of cool. I like that. But all right, let's go ahead and start it up again and get a little sound clip here. Sounds pretty good. I kind of want to drive it just around and see. But yeah, there you can see it's got a check engine light and the ABS lights on. I could have swore the oil pressure light was on, but I don't know what happened with that. Maybe it fixed itself. I don't know. I know it's got oil in it, so. All right, let's go for just a little test drive right now. We'll just go around the property for now. I can't see anything with this hood. Windshield's freaking destroyed on it. Does sound really good. Yeah, that don't sound bad at all. It's a pretty nice, nice sounding rig here. We're not gonna go too far because this front end is shot. So back up here. We're just gonna go ahead and turn around because I'm not driving this thing out in public and risk getting pulled over or this thing falling apart on me. Either or. But it does sound really good. Alright, I'm going to park that for now. Probably once it quits raining here, I'm going to run back and check out the white truck. Maybe grab the hood off of it, or the front, at least the front bumper for now, and the grill if it's got one, or just the whole front clip. But I'm going to see if I can go ahead and start making this thing look a little bit better, at least, so it doesn't look so beat up and destroyed. That poor antenna. So yeah, I'm going to wait for that, wait for the storm to pass, and get back to you guys whenever I start heading down there. Alright, finally quit raining, and the bullnose got a nice little wash. It's looking good as always, so let's go ahead and head back and grab some parts off of that second Dodge I got. And see if we can't swap some parts real quick, at least make it look a little bit better. Maybe we could start tearing apart that truck tonight and maybe fixing or figure out what's wrong with the front end. It's got a big puddle of oil underneath it, which, I mean, I know it's a 12 valve and they're gonna leak oil, but I mean, this doesn't look like a normal oil leak. This thing is just pouring oil, so we're gonna look into that a little bit. Alright, just got here. Looks like it's got a nice fender and a decent hood with the little bulldog on the front of it, so that's kind of nice. The bumper actually looks decent on this one. Might take the plow mount off of this one if I can get the bolts to come loose and swap that to mine. But I also noticed it's got a decent hood in the bed that's just white. So I might run to the parts store and grab some red spray paint and just call it a day and be done with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff loaded up and put it in the bed of this and head back to the farm whenever I do that and start putting the new parts on. This thing is already filthy because it is muddy out, and I almost got stuck a couple times, but we don't talk about that. So alright, I will get back to you guys. Alright, I have been non-stop working on this truck for the past I think 4.5, 5 hours now. Sun's going down. I'm getting hungry, but this thing turned out really good. I painted the hood and I took the radiator, the whole core support out of the old truck, got the intercooler out of it, took the plow brackets and the controller and the bumper, and bam, finally got a straight hood on it. Um, got a nice bumper, everything up front straight. So I'm pretty happy, but I need to go eat and shower and go to bed because I'm tired. But yeah, at least I made some progress on this thing. Um, I'm excited to mess around with it down the road. I'm gonna order some headlights for it tonight because they're pretty cheap. Probably gonna be like 80, $90, which ain't a big deal. And get a grill for it. I'd like to get some different style mirrors, probably the normal Dodge Moose mirrors, just because I just like how they fold away and then you can fold them out when you're towing. But not that these don't look good. I mean, these do look kind of good, but they're just not really my style. I feel like these belong on a truck like this guy, which actually they do look almost exactly the same. Yeah, pretty close. They might be. And I'm already looking on Marketplace, seeing if I can find some wheels and tires for this thing. Because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to drive on these, because they are bald. And these back inside ones are cracked, so they're just waiting to explode. So next, I'm going to fix the oil leak. See if I can get the windshield replaced, because that's going to be a nightmare driving and trying to see out of that, and start working on getting all the dash lights taken care of, which I don't think will be a big deal. And then probably start working on the front end. I think just by looking at it, the tie rods look pretty old. I mean, everything just looks factory on it, so we're gonna probably have to put ball joints, all that. So it'll be a fun progress. But the thing about these older trucks is they're all projects. So I mean, this one was really, really easy. I haven't had to do really much to it, and it's been a good truck. But knock on wood, now it's probably gonna break down on me. But at least now I have another one in case something happens with this one. And say I have a job going on where I need to get it done, I can at least get there. So, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and head inside for the night, and I'll pick back up on this in the morning, guys. So I will catch y'all in a bit.